if the kids came by, they put the dogs on.
Release the hounds.
Oh, God.
One dog chased me one time.
Oh, gosh.
Scared the hell out of me.
I'm surprised Ashley got a dog. She got chased down by a dog, and she fell down, and she was all beat up, but she's all right. You know, she doesn't have trauma from a
Were you
dog.
on a bike?
What?
Yeah.
No, I was walking up the hill. We lived, at the bottom of the hill. So I was walking up, and this one family, they, like I said, everybody had dogs, and they would tie them up with chains, not ropes, chains.
Oh, gosh.
They were vicious dogs.
Oh.
And this one lady was not only mean, but probably the ugliest person I've ever seen in my life. No, really. I don't know how she reproduced.
Well, mean inside comes to ugly outside.
I
That
have
makes
no
sense to me.
idea how she reproduced, because, I mean, for somebody to lay with her, I mean, you got it. She was extremely ugly woman. Extremely.
That's why they make me.
And her nickname was, in Italian, we had a nickname for her, and it meant Lady of the Woods. We used to call her Tushkan, which means Lady of the Woods.
That doesn't sound ugly.
And if she didn't like you, so I'm just walking up the hill.
And you're a kid, though, right?
Yeah, this is, probably in the 40s,
Okay.
in 1940s.
40s game.
Yeah, it was in the 40s, of course. So I'm walking up the hill, and she left the dog loose on. And I could see her, she was just a mean bitch. She was a mean old bitch.
You should never say
And I could see her letting the dog loose. And he starts coming after me. Now, back in those days, a lot of the streets didn't have curbs. There was gutters. Everything was just gutters. Dirt gutters. I'm talking 1940s.
Right.
So I start running
Oh, shoot.
as fast as I can. Now, there was an empty lot, and then it went up a hill to the railroad tracks. So I figured if I could hit the railroad tracks, I could get over the railroad tracks. He may stop chasing me. So I hit the ditch, and it was mud, because that's what it was. It was, a drainage ditch.
No gutter.
And I had loafers on, and all I could hear was that mud sucked my two shoes right off of me.
It's like a nightmare. Like,
Yeah.
You're
No, really,
running in
I
the
heard,
mud.
it just sucked my shoes off.
Oh, my gosh.
And I kept running, just with socks on, till I got over the tracks. And I guess she must have called them off, because I wasn't looking back.
Oh.
You made it.
I had to go dig my shoes out of the mud.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that
my
was
goodness.
terrible experience. I mean,
That's
you're
scary.
10, 11 years old, scares the shit out of
I
you.
don't know why that's okay. They could stick their dogs on you. Like, you weren't even doing anything.
No, she was just mean.
Yeah.
She was she hated every kid in the neighborhood.
Gosh. That's terrible.
What a
No
witch.
wonder you don't like dogs. I don't
Yeah,
blame you.
so,
Just
and then
traumatized.
I was riding my bike to school, and this big chow came after me, and this is another, these people lived over top of a lumber yard, a coal yard. They were mean freaking people. I mean, they were nasty freaking people. And they had these big dogs. And I'm riding my bike to school, and this dog comes after me. He got his claws into my leg. And I just, I kept riding, but he had me. He put his claws, he didn't bite me, but he got his claws into me. And so that's it.
Right there.
Never
That's
having
good
a dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
No.
You're exempt. Frank's clear.
Yeah, no.
I don't blame you.
I had my experience with them.
Yeah.
And then even in town, for a while I was running. Every morning I'd run for maybe 4 or 5 miles when I was younger. And damn if I didn't run into a couple loose dogs. And I just panicked. I just stopped.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
finally I start running with a stick. No, because one came after me one day.
Yeah, you
and
got
I
it.
just put the stick at him. I said, well, if he comes any closer, I'm going to stick it in his eye or something. But they just get, I just have bad luck with dogs. So.
Yeah.
So anyhow.
Yeah.
I love dogs.